environment as we get set. And we're off and running between these two really accomplished fighters. Let's see how they come out. Walk away from each other and then run right back into trouble. And he scores with the counter. Can't land that jab. Of course, the last time these two men fought, Canelo Alvarez knocked out Caleb Plant and became the first ever undisputed super middleweight champion.
This got through to the 11th round. That meant this was competitive. And they say championship rounds, if you can stop a man between round 9 and round 12, you are championship material. Alvarez, he's legendary material.
Very competitive round here so far.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
He blocks the jab. How about that time counter shot? They miss with the jab. Good defense there to stop that hook. Caleb Plant just got clipped. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Talk about Plant in that last round. After what we saw in that last round, it's pretty close in this fight, and now you're going to let him get. And there's the bell for round 2. That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then,
down goes Caleb Plant. I don't care how good your chin is. A punch like that, and you're going down.
That's like... 1, 2, 3, 4. Give me your blood.
So this fight will continue, but how can they get back into this bout?
He's got to waste time. Get step behind the referee. When he comes close, tie him up. The referee's then got to par you. Walk around the ring. You've just got to make the most of it. Because if you let him jump back on you again, he's going to get momentum and pull you down again. And that's a lot of points to lose in the round.
Halfway through the round, and I think we all know who's winning here.
Perfect game plan. The thing is, can anybody figure out what to do to change this? It's a perfect start.
When you're fighting a counterpuncher, you want to bait them in to throw first. Make them think you're going to throw a punch so that they exchange.
They have got great ring IQ. Counterpunchers are the best.
Not going to let this one go to the judges. We wanted action, and they are delivering. Nice counter. Final 10 seconds here, unless something major happens. I think we all know who won that one. Let's talk about Plant in that last round. Boy, this next round is going to be crucial. There's the bell for round 3. Let's see how he bounces back here after getting dropped in the last round.
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
To be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. The straight right just misses. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. That jab gets blocked. Those who thought this would be a mismatch, you are sorely wrong.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Hook misses. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Better start respecting each other's punching power. They threw the hook. It didn't land. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about planting that last round. You know. Here we go in round 4. Who's going to land the first big shot? Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
We both know who the bigger power puncher is. There's a significant power difference. How would you handle that?
The middleweights are the best you can ever come across. Obviously, the glamour weight is a heavyweight, but the middleweight is the size of the average man or woman. When you get in there and you're letting the shots go, you've got power, you've got speed, you've got pace. You can stand, you can dance, you can do everything. We can look back in history. You know the amazing fights at a middleweight are ridiculous. That is what writes our history books.
Some nice exchanges from both men in this round.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
He blocks that jab. Who's willing to go where the other fighter won't? So far, the offense has been better than the defense. Nice counter. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about planting that last round. From this moment forward, he cannot afford to lose another round.
Don't want to lose this fight, do you? Come on.
Time for the 5th round. Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up, just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
This fighter is not interested in throwing one shot at a time. They throw combinations, and they throw them non-stop.
What you've got to do, Tony, is anticipation. You've got to wait. You just got to throw caution to the wind and just hope. You're never going to know where the shots are coming from. You just got to put in a guess.
Just when you think they're going to have a lull in the action, we get it heated back up. Counter punch caught him clean. Good fight so far. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
He parries that left jab away. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
Todd, look back in history. Sugar Ray Leonard against Roberto Duran. The first fight, Sugar Ray Leonard tried to fight, stand there toe-to-toe with him. The second fight, he thought, this guy's aggressive. He's nasty. He'll do everything to get the win. I've got to box him. I've got to frustrate him. I've got to humiliate him and show him how good a boxer I am. That's the only way you...
You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Talk about planting that last round. I promise you, all three judges here are going to give that round to you-know-who.
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you as the fighter, and the cornerman's got to put a firecracker on that fight to get out there and get the job done.
I need you to go back out there. I need you to win.
This is the beginning of round 6. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
That counter shot lands. Only catching air with that hook. The jab just got blocked. What skill being displayed here between these two middleweights. Correct me if I'm wrong, but when you're dealing with someone with so much speed, you've got to get your timing right.
Some fighters are just gifted. Gifted with such hand speed, footwork, movement. They are gifted. They are the chosen few.
This has been a very competitive round as we reach the midway point.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
They both want the knockout. Nice exchange here from both men. Brand is hurt. I don't think we can truly appreciate what we saw unless we see it in slow motion.
A shot from the gods took him out.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You are right.
Let's talk about planting that last round. What a huge momentum swing that's going to be, considering that round will be 10-8. There's the bell to start round 7. His eyes look pretty clear here, Johnny. How do you think he's going to do after being knocked down in the last round?
Todd, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming out? He's getting everything.
Hold on, got to cut you off here, Johnny. We've never seen Canelo in this sort of trouble. One punch did the trick. Let's see it again in slow motion.
Even I've got to see that again. Wait.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. See you continue.
Apparently, it's going to take more than that to keep this fighter down.
Somebody can smell blood here. They can smell blood. They've got to be smart. Get in there. Then boom, back in the same spot again. It happened once. You've got away with it. You can do it again.
Halfway through the round, and they're struggling a little bit.
Not the best start, but you know what? The cornermen now, it's down to them doing their job. Get through the round, regroup, right, freshen up, boom. Different tactics.
Only catching air with that hook. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
I've seen some aggressive fighters like this, and they are a nightmare. If you are not fit, that is the worst place to be, having second thoughts in the ring.
Final 10 seconds here, and I think he knows who's won this round. I don't think we can truly appreciate what we saw unless we see it in slow motion.
Where did that come from? What a shot.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You still want to stop?
Talk about Alvarez in that last round.
There's always a way.
And there's the bell for round 8. And there's the bell to start the round. They ring the bell, and here we go. This is a high-octane battle. That counter punch caught him clean. Cannot throw out a lazy jab in this fight. You'll get knocked out. Oh, my word. Canelo just got clipped. Big shot, and Alvarez is on the canvas. We knew his chin would get tested in this fight, and it failed him miserably.
Shot from the gods, they say. A shot from the gods.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're out.
GG!
You heard that right, ladies and gentlemen. A knockout victory